If I didn't think I could win a Super Bowl and win MVP, I wouldn't be playing. That's the order of goals. Now, again, when talking Aaron Rodgers, are Aaron Rodgers' goals realistic?
Absolutely. My dog ready to play, too. I done seen this look on my dog before about proving people wrong. He ready to go play.
The New York Jets, a team that is always talked about, they're always in the spotlight, but the fans just haven't had too much to cheer for over the last decade. Last season, they finally got their guy in Aaron Rodgers, but just a few plays into the season, that was over. It was so crazy to watch, but now that he's back healthy, the expectations are high coming into the 2024 season. So in this video, I want to talk about what the outlook for the season is, where the Jets improved this offseason, any recent news, and so much more. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 30k subscribers, and with your support, I believe we can get there super fast. Alright, so Aaron Rodgers just turned 40 years old, and it's hard to tell coming off that injury what he is. But one thing we do know is that the arm talent is still going to be there. And he's got a very talented team around him, but can they put it all together? That is what we're going to have to wait and see to find out. The last time Rodgers played a full season was in Green Bay at age 38, and in that season, he put up around 3,700 yards with a 26-12 touchdown to interception ratio. So I don't think 2 years really will put too much of a dent into those numbers. I still think he can throw for over 3,500 yards, but will it be enough to get this team where it wants to go? Only time will tell. But like I said earlier, what I can tell you is that he has an elite receiving group around him. Garrett Wilson will be leading the pack, and last season, he really broke onto the scene as one of the top and upcoming wide receivers in the entire league. He put up over 1,000 yards with 3 touchdowns, and again, that was with Rodgers injured. So who knows what he will be able to do this season with him on the field throwing the ball. Behind him will be the newly acquired Mike Williams from the Chargers. He's dealt with terrible injuries for so many years now, but we all know how talented he is, and pretty much the best way to describe the outlook for this upcoming season is that it completely depends on health. Williams has had 2 years over 1,000 yards in his career, and even if he can just get back to the 800 to 900 mark, that is exactly what this team needs out of him as the receiver 2 on the depth chart. Behind him will be Xavier Gibson, who didn't do too much his rookie season, but has a chance to put up more numbers this year. But some people think Corley or Lazard will end up in his role by the end of the season. Anyways, at tight end, Tyler Conklin is decent. He put up over 600 yards, but had no touchdowns. He's got to be better than that this season. But again, no Rodgers, a pretty bad offense. It wasn't actually all his fault. As for the running back room, I'm actually very excited to see what Bryce Hall can do this year. He's one of the most talented players in the NFL, put up about 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns last season, and playing with more of a passing attack around him should be fun. But a lot of his production will depend on how the offensive line plays, so that's what I want to talk about next. The Jets offensive line is one of the best groups in the league, and according to PFF's new power rankings, the Jets offensive line is one of the best groups in the league. And according to PFF's new power rankings, they are number 5, right behind the Cleveland Browns. Zoltan Budeh explained his reasoning for placing the Jets in the 5th slot. After performing as one of the worst units of the 2023 season, the Jets offensive line mightily improved this offseason. Veteran tackles Tyron Smith and Morgan Moses both finished among the 10 highest graded offensive tackles in 2023, and could form one of the best duos in the league in 2024. The Jets also get back one of the best young guards in the league in Tucker, who missed most of the 2023 season due to an injury. On paper, the Jets ranking is not surprising. Tyron Smith has been one of the best offensive tackles in the league for over a decade, providing elite play in every facet of the game. Morgan Moses has been one of the sturdiest right tackles in the NFL. Most importantly, the unit is filled with young talent from players like Tucker, Joe Tippmann, and John Simpson. Also, first-round pick fashanu provides depth and upside as a backup. New York's offensive line is in a similar position to the defensive line and linebackers, who also ranked in the top 10 of their position groups in the NFL. While they have the talent and hype, the Jets still gotta prove it on the field. Their highly talented units must produce wins and help New York break the longest playoff drought in North American sports. It is an excellent sign that the Jets have so much talent on the roster. However, none of it matters if it doesn't translate to victories starting in September. Anyways, moving on to the defensive side of the ball, this is also one of the best units in the league, and many would make the case that they are the best. There was just so much talent on the field, and they kept the Jets alive last season despite an abysmal offense. New York features players with all-pro credentials at each level of its defense, including defensive tackle Quinnen Williams, linebacker Quincy Williams, and cornerback 1 Sauce Gardner. Edge rusher Jermaine Johnson emerged as a Pro Bowler in 2023, and Hassan Reddick, if he eventually reports to the team facility, adds a proven producer to the rotation. It's an exciting group to be a part of. It's an honor to coach these guys, because as good as they've been, like no one is happy with the results as of yet, said defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich at the start of OTA's Phase 3 in May. Statistically, we've ended in the top 5, but ultimately, winning is how we created a legacy in this league. The Jets, who are coming off back-to-back 7 and 10 seasons, ranked number 3 in total defense last year, and in the year before, the Gang Green was number 4 in that team category. I just think the Jets are really going to bounce back in 2024, but like I said, there are just so many outlying factors that will contribute to how good or bad this team can be. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Looking at the schedule, they have a tough first game of the year against the 49ers, but after that, there is 4 to 5 straight very winnable games. And starting off the season on the right foot is definitely the best way to set the tone for a really good season. That's really all I have to say for this one. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly means the world. Also, let me know what you would like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.